How's it going, YouTube? Back to you with another video in the bathroom on the shitter. We call this a shitter segment. I'll be doing these maybe the last few videos. I know the last one I did on the shitter, but I've come to find that the bathroom is the best place to film these in my house, anyways, because then I don't have to worry about anybody bitching or yelling at me. I'm too loud, or you know. Besides the camera shakes, it's focusing on what the fuck I'm doing. But like I said in my last video, this is probably the perfect place in my house to do them because I don't get bothered unless somebody has to take a shit or gotta use the bathroom. But anyways, we're dipping on some Copenhagen wintergreen. Like I said, this is the can I got with my Copenhagen black. I'm gonna put in a little bit of filler, a little flavor saver here. Not much. This little much will do. Yeah, I'm ducking all that. You guys wonder why I'm licking my fingers. It's because I'm getting all the dip particles out. Oh, I might get another small flavor saver here. Yeah, you can see a little bit. Yeah, but this is the can of wintergreen that I got. When I got the one I got before I got black. We're spitting in the freshly clean woody. Well, not so fucking clean now because I've been spitting in them. But oh, one thing I've noticed on the new Terminator deal, on the new Terminator mud jug, around like somewhere around here, I don't know exactly on the place because I don't have one. But there's an indentation right up here, right where this sits, and a little lip, so it's easier to take off the funnel. Now, that's the great thing they did. I guess Darcy and the people at Mud Jug got tired of people bitching and complaining that getting the funnel off of their Mud Jug was too much of a pain in the ass. I personally just, it is kind of a pain, but it's not too hard that you can't do it. So, just go around like this, just go around the top, loosening and shit, and then it comes off like that. Um, oh, another thing. Here's a dipping advice. So, okay, you pack the can like this, right? We all had times where we packed our cans, right? And it's loosely packed at the top. And if you're different like me, I like my dip at least packed, right? Not loosely where there's like dip flowing. I mean, I like it. Semi packed, not where there's shit all up the top. So what I do is like, okay, packed right here. So I flip the can like this and pack like that, and pretty much it tightens the back, but it didn't do that. It did the opposite. So pretty much when I pack a can, sometimes it looks like that. There's some dip shit. It's really not packed well at the top. So what I do is flip it down and pack it, and that produces a little bit tighter of a pack. Now, you know, I like. I'm not real picky on the pack. How I like my pack done. I just don't like it to be too loose or too packed, because sometimes I get when it's packed tight, I get more dip than I want, and I end up having to scoot some out, you know, because then I get the more than the medium sized dip that I want. And you know, this is about the size of dip. See, that's about the size of a dip I like. That's not too big, not too small, and I can talk without it moving too much. That's the thing I found about like the big, the hog legs and hammerhead size dips is when you start talking when you're doing YouTube and shit, or when you're talking to people, it moves up. And just to say, I did make a previous video. Um, how I do my videos is sometimes I make 2 to 3 videos depending on how I like the first 2. I'll make a third one. But if I don't like the video, like it's to say, sometimes it's too long for me. I feel like if I reach the about 20-minute mark, that's too long for me. I try to keep my videos 15 minutes. The normal videos, like the last video, I went a little bit longer on that one because that was sort of a story video, and it was like I'm back video, or at least I'm not dead video, and I had some dip, you know. But normal videos, I try to keep them at least between 15 and 17 minutes long, because I find that's about the perfect time set for videos. And sometimes, that's not the only reason why I'll delete a video and remake it. It's because sometimes I feel like it. Sorry about that. It's sometimes like I don't like it, so I'll delete it and make a new one. And that's my editing because I can't do editing or shit. Because I never took editing, and I don't like to mess with that. I think it's just takes too much time and effort. But anyways, an update. Well, I'm helping my buddy DJ, which is the buddy I was talking about how I met, who got me the dibs. His name is DJ, and that's all I'll tell you. I'm helping him move again. We had a pretty good rainstorm this past Sunday, and the house he's renting now, the roof wasn't professionally done. They cut corner cost, and installed the roof themselves, so they didn't do a so hot a job, and it leaks, and it's leaking one just in the laundry room. So, in order for the people who own the house he's renting to repair the roof, they need DJing his life out. So I gotta help him move again. Well, I'm gonna help him move. I don't have to. I mean, he pretty much did it by himself, but he asked me to help, so I'm gonna help him move, and that's what I'll be doing for the next. And he has to find a house first, and then we can just transfer the shit over there. Which is pain in the ass. Moving in general is a pain in the ass. When you most of the pain in the ass part is finding the house. They're finding a place to rent or whatever. Because more and more, depending on where you are, it's a little bit harder to find a house or some shit. It's harder to find places to rent because he wants a dog. He wants his dog there. And before, when he moved to this place, he said when next time he moves, he wants a place with a dog, and there's not many places that rent you can have dogs at. Why? Because for one, people aren't careful, like with their dogs and shit. There's some people that are, but there's a lot of people that they'll let the dog shit and piss in the house sometimes. Pretty much bad dog owners that don't probably train their dogs. Otherwise, housebreak their dogs, and so instead of having to replace the flooring after each time, there's this one house, like when we were living in Filer, there's this house that was owned by the person we were renting from. They owned another. It was like a modular house, and they had to replace the fucking flooring in that, and they had to have somebody clean out the dogs and shit because they just put the dog shit and stuff in the air ducts and shit, and they had to replace the flooring. That's how bad it was. The piss and shit and stuff soaked clear into the flooring. And let me tell you, if like once you get past the carpet, you don't. That's when you gotta replace the whole new flooring, other than just the place. So that's why some people don't, when they're renting, they don't allow dogs because there's some people that don't aren't like aren't that will let their dogs do that so much that it's not even worth it. It's cheaper just to tell them no dogs allowed. So that's why it's hard. That's what I'll be doing this coming week and a half, whatever, how long ever it takes us. But that's my update. And update on dip. Both cans are about a quarter. Yeah, they're about a quarter. See that? They're about a quarter done. So I got at least 1 to 2 videos out of both cans. I know for sure out of both cans I got 2 videos. But if I don't make a video with them halfway or so, which probably won't, I'll probably either try to make both. When I dip the cans, I'll try to make 2 videos out of the last dip of both cans. And if I can't, then I'll save one last dip and make a video. But I'm planning on making 2 more videos at the end of those cans, depending on what I'm doing. I'm a shut-in, pretty much, and the only time I ever go out to do shit is if a buddy needs my help or something, which isn't very much, but when it is, it tends to be like a fucking week-long thing. So that's what I'll be doing. But I'm gonna leave you guys off with a question, something that I found on Dip University. There's a thing on there, a status that said this guy was holding pouches, and he's like, I only dip pouches at work, and there's this other guy that said, yeah, that's what I dip too because they're easier when my hands are dirty. They're easier to, I'm not not taking my hands in the long cut. And when my hands are fucking dirty, those are a lot easier to deal with. And I find when I was cutting trees and shit and my hands are dirty, or when my hands are dirty, I don't give a shit. I pretty much grew up country that way, so if my hands are dirty, I don't give a fuck. I'm reaching in my can anyways. As long as, like, it's not fucking wet and shit. Like, there's actually, like, my hands are dry. They're just not clean. They're not, like, fucking like this. I mean, if I have oil on them, I'll wipe the oil off, and if it stains my hand, I'm still fucking reaching in my can. Or if, like, I was cutting trees, I just made sure I made sure my hands were dry before I reached in my can. And I like pouches, and I get where they're coming from. What do you guys do? Like, when you guys work, do you guys get pouches, or do you guys do normal long cut? And why do you guys do pouches at work? Like, is it because your hands are dirty and shit, or why? You know, I understand if you're working a desk job and pouches are a lot fucking easier when you're talking to people. You dip at work and your desk job. You have a desk job. You know, it's a lot easier for people to see that pouch than it is fucking big, huge, a big black fucking shit in your mouth. Well, anyways, tell me in the comments below what you guys do and your guys' reason for doing it. Like, do you guys dip long cut at work? And does it matter if you guys are hands dirty? Do you guys still reach in your can when you dip long cut at work? Or do you dip pouches, and why do you dip pouches at work? Comment that down below. And my shout outs, as always, full review, JD Hewitt, Roberto Dip, Cowboy Dipper 22, Pack Dip World Repeat, the Canadian Dippers, Ursa Major, Blacktop Dipper. Now, I don't know about the A team. I haven't seen an Ursa Major hasn't had a video in a while, in a minute. Oh, I can't wait until Cole Wally make a new video. I fucking love their videos. Oh, Cole Younger is the YouTube channel. Look up them. They're pretty good guys to watch. And I'll leave you off with this. Keep a lip packed and a can handy, because life is better with a pinch. See you all later.